Can you make money in independent film? Yes, Terrifier 2 is currently making oceans of money. It's been released in theaters on very few screens, but tons of people are going to see it, and it's made over $5 million gross worldwide on a $250,000 budget. So, pretty great, pretty good. Why am I upset about this? Because they brought Terrifier 2 to me, and I passed on it. I passed on Terrifier 2. So it would be great to have made this money. That's a big win. But, it's outside of our model. It's just smaller than what my main fund at Intercut Capital does. So it's just more of a outside of what we do. Yes. But there's so many lessons to be learned from this movie, okay? They made a theatrical movie for $250,000. Right now, there are people in your hometown. They own car dealerships. They own property. They own whatever. They've inherited money. They, are doctors. They are lawyers. They are whoever, okay? And they owe money to the federal government, okay? And some of them owe, about that amount of money, $250,000, $300,000. And if they don't find a business to invest it in, they're just going to write a check to the federal government. And you can go to them right now, and instead of them writing a check to the government, they will write a check to you for a movie for about $250,000. Is there any scenario where I would have financed Terrifier 2? Yes, yeah, I would have done it off the positive carry of another movie. So if I had one of our investors had just made, $2 or $3 million on another bigger movie, and I was like, hey, look, I have this little play. Do you want to do it? And they were like, sure, let's finance it at 250. Then yeah, we would have done it in that scenario. But it is outside of our model. We're typically doing movies that are bigger than 3 or 4 million with major casts. So what are the takeaways you should have from this as a filmmaker? One is you don't need that much money to make a theatrical film. It's more about skill and having a plan. And it's also about making a movie people want to see. And a big part of that is making a movie in a genre. In this case, it's the horror genre. Horror in particular, I have always liked because of the potential to have a breakout hit like this, and because you can make it for very little money. The cost of production is very low versus action or some of these other genres that tend to perform well. The downside is a movie as bloody as Terrifier 2 is not going to do as well overseas, but that doesn't matter because your entire upside is covered and then some on domestic.